Hey, this is Meredith's husband. I've got some SEO advice for you, but I'm going to keep it really simple so that you can understand it, so it makes sense, and most importantly, so you can actually use it. That's good, because I have something in mind.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Tools you can use for keyword research.
Oh, yeah. Everyone asks about this.
No, they don't. No,
Yes, they do.
People do get stuck very often, especially when writing blogs, what to blog about, or maybe you even have an idea like what to blog about, but you just don't know exactly like how people are looking for that, because that's important. Even if you have a great idea.
For example, when writing website copy, you want to include certain words.
Correct. Yeah. Both your main website pages and also your blogs. People get stuck a lot on blogs. I don't know how. It's less common to get stuck on your website copy, but that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to give you some options.
Oh.
These are not reviews of these tools.
Right.
But I want to give you some options outside of Semrush, because you know how much I like Semrush.
We do. Yes.
Not everybody loves Semrush, believe it or not.
Can't please everybody all the time.
And I would say a decent tool that you like to use is much better than a perfect tool that you don't use.
Run
hate
from.
to use. Yes. So if you don't like, if you find yourself not using Semrush, or more specifically the Semrush Magic keyword tool, because you don't like Semrush, then these are some other options.
Okay, good. Roll them out.
Because what we want to avoid is putting effort into writing something, whether it's a blog or a website page, and then realizing we missed the mark because we didn't get our keywords right.
Oh gosh.
And
yes.
it's not
we don't
that
like
much.
missing the mark.
Yeah, don't miss the mark.
We got to, aim for the mark.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In fact, imagine if you were, say, an archer, but imagine shooting at a target, but you don't aim. You just kind of point and then shoot. You're probably not going to hit the mark. So not aiming as an archer is like not doing at least a little bit of keyword research before you write, because you want to know how, not only if people are searching for something, but how. What are they looking for?
And how can you help them?
Yes, exactly. Well, what you want to do is you want to match up how you can help them with what they are looking for. The keyword is like the link between those two things. It's what the person is looking for, what they need, and what you have to offer them. The keyword is how you connect with those people.
Yes.
So there are tools for this. Like I said, there's Semrush. There's lots of other tools. There's actually a whole bunch of tools.
I don't doubt it.
Now, most of them, the vast majority, any decent tool, the information is ultimately going to be coming from Google. Okay, Google is the only one that has this information definitively.
Yes, currently.
Right? So tools like Semrush, tools like these others I'm going to list, they are getting their information from Google. Google AdWords, the keyword planner, is the first tool on the list. You can go straight to Google and do your keyword research right on Google.
What does that mean?
Google has a keyword planner.
Yeah, when you say do your keyword research.
So let's say you're going to write a dog about.
I'm going to write a dog about?
You're going to write a blog about dogs, I guess.
Why would I do that?
And what is something you would blog about when blogging about dogs?
Dogs?
Elephants. Let's say elephants. You're going to blog about elephants. What would you blog about?
How much I love them, how they need our help, how we can help them.
Okay, so right there. How do we help elephants? Now, there are people out there, I would almost guarantee, searching for how to help elephants. Yeah. But what phrasing are they using? What actual words do they type in? What are they looking for? Because you want to write your blog to coincide with those phrases so that those people find you. That's why we do keyword research at least a little bit before we blog. Now, if you're blogging for if you're doing keyword research for your blog, it doesn't need to be extensive. But do at least a little bit. Remember, that's like it's like an archer aiming before shooting an arrow. You got to aim at least a little bit. Google has a keyword planner. Like I said, they are the source of all this information.
And do you just Google keyword planner in Google?
Yeah, you can. You know what I'll do? I'll include all the links to each of these tools below. Now, the reason that Google has a keyword planner is, AdWords, Google Ads.
Yes. The things next to the searches when they come up, or on
I
top
think
of them.
the ads above the searches.
Oh, now they're above. They used to be to the side.
They used to be both, yes. So let's say you and I, we want to spend money. We want to buy ads on Google.
Yes,
Google needs a
we
way
do.
to help us decide what keywords we want to spend that money on.
Okay.
So that's why they have this tool to begin with. It's actually
Okay, that
it
makes
used
sense.
it used to be just exclusively part of their AdWords platform. Keep in mind their objective. Google's objective is to get you to spend money and to get you to spend as much money as possible.
Yes.
So that's why that's one of the reasons I don't like using the Google Keyword Planner. It's because their objectives are different from my objectives. So what are the other tools that get this information that make it a little more user-friendly? Because the other reason I don't like the Google AdWords Keyword Planner is that it's not very user-friendly. It's really actually surprisingly difficult to use.
That is surprising, because you think they'd make it easy for them to make money.
Oh, it's easy to do that. Like they'll give you some they would probably suggest to you keywords like children.
Right.
And
Wow,
photography.
I never would have thought of that.
And if you start bidding on the keyword children, you're going to spend a lot of money.
No doubt.
Anyway, so what are the other tools? Number one, Semrush. Far and away my favorite.
Indeed.
Super. I don't think you can go wrong with Semrush if you like using it. Use the keyword magic tool by Semrush. Others, Moz, Moz.com. Moz is a tool like Semrush. They have a keyword planning tool, a keyword research tool. It is a little more user-friendly. People like the interface of Moz more than Semrush.
Does Semrush know this?
I believe they do.
Is
I don't
Semrush
know.
working on it?
I who knows? I don't know.
Semrush?
Another one is ahrefs, ahrefs.com. Another
Okay, say
tool.
that one more time. One more time.
ahrefs, ahrefs.com. Another tool like Semrush, they do a lot of stuff, but keyword research is one of those things. Very similar to Semrush and Moz, but will have a slightly different interface. Maybe you'll like it more. Maybe it will help you to actually use it more if you're doing that. Okay, so outside of those are the three big, I would say,
The big three.
The big three industry, like people in my industry are going to use one of those three.
Right.
Outside of that, there's something called Answer the Public, which is owned by someone who I don't particularly trust as an SEO person, but he did not create this. He purchased this tool. He built up a system and then he purchased this website, Answer the Public. It just gives you, if you were to go to Answer the Public and type in helping elephants, it would give you all the different questions that people are asking about how to help elephants. Okay. It's not very robust in its features and like telling you what's more popular and exactly how many people are searching, et cetera. But it's a pretty good tool if you just want to see get an idea of what people are searching for. It's Answer the Public.
What about going on, say, Instagram and putting in words and seeing how many people use those as hashtags?
That's a pretty bad idea.
Good to know.
If you were doing your keyword research specifically to what you should Instagram about, what you should put on your Instagram, then yes, that would be fine. But if your objective is to rank well in Google, do not go to Instagram and look at hashtags.
I was just testing you.
Another one that is really popular is Ubersuggest. I have never used Ubersuggest myself.
Is it affiliated with Uber?
No.
Okay, thank
you. It was, I think, around before Uber.
I don't think so.
Ubersuggest. A lot of people like it. I haven't used it.
Clearly. So I can tell when you've used something or have.
Oh, really? Yes. Do I have an opinion on things
you just the way you say it is either Ubersuggest or Semrush.
Right.
There's just a different gravitas.
Like you could use Ubersuggest or you could use Semrush.
Or you could use Ubersuggest or you could use Semrush.
Another one is called Soovle.
Do you hate when people do that? Sorry, I literally did what you did, but better. That's a very actory thing. No, I know how to do this accent. No, I do. Yeah. I can do it better.
Another one is called Soovle. Soovle. Now, this one is cool because it scrapes data from Google, from Amazon, from I think maybe also Instagram, a whole bunch of Bing, Yahoo, those things. And what it does by scrape,
uterus.
Yeah. What I mean by scrape is it takes the results that you get from like Google Auto Suggest.
Okay.
So it tells you how people are searching on all these different platforms, but not through back-end data, just by scraping those auto-suggest things.
What's the difference between back-end data and the other one?
So back-end data would be like Google knows exactly how many people are searching for every single term. It has the exact number of people searching. Front-end data or scraping would just be using the auto-suggest and say that people are searching for this and people are searching for that and this other thing. It doesn't have access to that back-end data that Google has, the number of searches.
Do these all cost money?
They all have some sort of free option.
Okay.
Whether it is a free trial or a very cheap trial, or they have a free permanent plan that is limited to a certain number of searches per day or something like that. And some of them are cheaper than others. Another thing with Semrush is it's going to be at least $100 a month. So that's not cheap. No. If you do the paid plan. Semrush does have a free plan, but you're limited, I believe, to 10 searches per day or something.
Okay, well, you can
which is enough.
Maximize that.
Yeah, if you're just doing keyword research for your blogs, it's a great tool.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty sufficient.
Okay. So, Soovle.
Soovle.
Another one.
How do you spell that again?
Soovle.
Okay.
Another one is called keywordtool.io. Not a terribly original name like Soovle, but also works. I've heard good things about it.
Oh, okay.
And I believe it also scrapes data.
Okay.
So it's not the same as going to Google's backend and getting that information, but check it out if you don't like these others.
Right.
Another one is called SERP stat.
What?
SERP STAT. A SERP. The SERP is the SERP, SERP, is short for search engine results page.
Oh.
So a SERP stat. Yeah.
A good word is slurp.
Thank you for that.
That would be a good word to use somehow. It's a great word.
Like a Slurpee?
Yeah.
All right. So SERP stat is another pretty popular one. And I've heard good things about it.
Okay.
And then the final one.
Oh, thank goodness.
That, by the way, is 9. This is number 10. Number 10 is a sleeper.
A sleeper?
Yeah. It's like a secret one. Not a secret one, but it's one you probably wouldn't think of.
ASLEPP.
Oh, a sleeper?
A sleeper. Yeah.
That'd be a good keyword tool. Yeah. Google Search Console is going to tell you how people are already finding your website. Now, you don't know this. You might think that you know this. Trust me, you don't know this. You're going to find that people are searching and finding your website ways that you never would have guessed. And this is great when you discover this, because then you see that you have, this keyword, your website is ranked on page 2 or on page 3 or maybe on page 1. And that's a lot easier to improve than picking a brand new keyword where you have no ranking at all. Yeah, you can slurp on that. See, now I'm going to have to decide if I cut all that out or
I would
leave it in.
Well, that's your call, my friend.
Okay, I've got to go.
Okay.
The podcast is over.
But slurp, that's a good word. Hey, thank you so much for listening. We really hope that you find this helpful and useful. And if you do, what you could do for us as a thanks would be to, drumroll please, leave a review. Yes, everybody says it, I know, but it really does make a difference. Take 3 seconds, leave as many stars, say something really nice about what you like about the podcast and maybe why other people would like it. It would mean the world to us, especially my husband. That better? All right, I'm going to try one where I'm not going to be charming.